What's up, world? Wake y'all asses up. This is another episode of King of the Berries podcast. Look like I got something on my face, but it's all good. Um, Actually, we gonna call it King of the Berries live now. Yo, it's two Cardinals right here, yo. I don't know. They just sitting here just like peeping me out, but it's all good. But yeah, man, I'm coming to y'all live and direct from my parents' house outside. Just chilling, want to catch up with my followers or whatever. And today, what I was gonna be talking about is just about like dating and some of my experiences that I had as far as dating. And you know, to me, it's like broken down in two sections. So I got my like before marriage dating experience and then my after marriage dating experience. After my divorce or whatever, dating experience. And so for me, my dating experience when I was younger, so I guess this is pre-marriage, pre-divorce, whatever. I was I was a different dude, man. If y'all go check out the podcast, I think it's podcast number 5 with me, Ken, and Mike. You can kind of get an idea on some of my dating experiences, man. I won't big on putting a lot of time and energy into women. I definitely was not, man. I don't even think for real. I don't even think I dated pre marriage, man. I was not the dating type. I had my own place. I was like, yo, come over, we could grab some food and chill type. Cause I was just trying to smash. I'ma just be blunt. Like that was my main goal, but I was still the type of guy where like I didn't want to like burn no bridges. I wasn't trying to hurt anybody, but that was my thing. I wanted to be that good guy. Like, oh, he was so nice, he was so caring. Like we talked for hours, and then we had sex. It just happened naturally. That's the type of dude I was trying to be, right? So pre-marriage, it was just all about just catching up. What's up, Moon? Just catching up with, just I was just trying to, I guess, sow my royal oats. Hey, Moon, if you want to join in too, basically I'm talking about dating, right? And I'm talking about like it was two types. It was two parts of me. It was the dating before I got married, and then it's the dating after the divorce, and it's like two different people. So you could, if you want to chime in, you can, but I'm just kind of going in about like that topic of like just this whole dating thing and like how my mindset kind of shifted, and then just I'm gonna share like a little funny story a little bit later on, right? But the old me, what I was saying is that I was just trying to just smash everything, but in a polite and gentlemanly way. I didn't want to be a dog out here, but I was trying to do my thing. Oh, you don't have much dating experience? You can talk about the little bit you got if you want, or we could go back and forth, whatever you want to do. But me, I want, and you know how us Aquariuses are, yo. Like I don't think that might be like a sign thing too. Like I never really dated until after marriage, after I got divorced or whatever. Like I never really dated. So for me, it was just like, yo, hang out and chill. That's all. That's what my mindset was beforehand. It was just about like, yo, just kind of just chilling out and see whatever happened. Whereas the me now, I kind of move more with like intention. I already kind of got an idea like which way I want the relationship to go into, whether it's, oh, this person just cool, like this is networking, or this person might be, they might be more of a like we could see what happened in the future type of thing. And it's just funny how like everything just kind of shifted. I think the biggest shift for me was my daughter, and I wanted to be a good role model for my daughter. I wanted to be the type of man that if my daughter brought home somebody like me, I'd be like, oh yeah, you good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. And the me before, I could say, I'd be like, oh, he's a cool guy, but I don't know about him. But the me now is like, yo, I move with so much intention now that it is, I just don't waste time no more. And maybe that's an age thing too. now that I'm in my 30s now, and like I got so much stuff going on, it's like I don't got time to just be sitting around just chilling with any and everybody. But yo, me in my early 20s, yo, that's all I was doing. I was the king of, yo, hey, you want to come swing by? I grabbed some Chinese or something. I was the king of that. The king of it. And I was young with my own place, 19, 20 years old with my own place. Yo, that's what I was doing, man. But I think now, to kind of talk about like dating experiences, right? I think back then, like I said, I didn't have really no responsibilities other than rent and stuff like that. So I wasn't making a lot of money, but I still had a little bit of money to blow. Back then, now I got child support. I still got to take care of my daughter, you know, a mortgage, you know, all of these different things, man. I don't got money. Oh, I was knocking them down. Look, so I wouldn't say knocking them down. I just had like spurts where like I did my thing. That's it. I want wild though. I want a wild guy. Like, cause I was tied up in relationships for like, one relationship was like a year, another one was like 2.5 years, and then I was with my ex-wife for about 4 or 5 years. So you think about it, that's 6-7 years of my 20s that was tied up with a woman. You know what I'm saying? So it was different. I went through little sprees. That's all I would say. But you know, to me now, I understand. Like, I think back then I looked at it as like more like notches under my belt. Like, oh yeah, I'm stacking up the bodies. But as I got older, man, that's not important, man. Like, the relationships you build with people is the most important thing. Like, if you can't build relationships with people, whether you having sexual relations with them or not, if you can't build solid foundations, even if they just come into your life for a season, you know what I'm saying? Each person should be elevating each other. Like, if you have a relationship with somebody and you're not elevating because of that person, then you going down. It's no staying still. Either that person is helping you elevate or they're bringing you down. And I just don't got time for anybody bringing me down. Like, I like to keep good people around me. I like to keep people that like uplift my spirit, keep me in a positive mind state, and that keep my mind open as well. And I think that's what I've been more focused on after my divorce. Is just like, yo, I want to build solid relationships with people, not just like fly by the night type of things where it's just, oh, we was cool for like a week and then like I don't talk to you no more. Like, I'm kind of past that stage of my life where it's just, I want to build solid relationships with people. And that's just where I'm going. And that's the main difference that I seen from me in my early 20s dating and then me now, is that I move with purpose, and the people in my life, I have purpose as well. And I have a purpose for them in my life. And then also, I would say, just wanted to build relationships with people, whereas before, man, I was a lone wolf. And I acted like that. And even with the women I dated and stuff like that, I stood the same woman up 3 times. Like, I stood the same woman up 3 times, man. You know what I'm saying? That's just stuff that's like, when you building relationships with people, you could be upfront and honest with them. And, you don't lead people on. Like, I was definitely leading people on back then. And so now I try my best not to. I try to be upfront with my intentions and everything right off jump. So I ain't really playing no games like that no more. But Moon, I'm about to get ready. If you still on, Moon, I'm gonna share it's a kind of funny story. It's one people behind the scenes that know me for a while. They kind of know the story. But if you got any funny story you want to, dating story or relationship with any type of person or whatever like that, you can feel free to come on and share it. But this one, I call it the infamous slap, right? So, and I think I might have talked about this on my podcast. So, anybody that happens to listen to this, make sure you go check out my podcast. The link is in the description or in the bio of my page. So you make sure you check on that. And they'll have a list of like all of my podcasts on YouTube. And I think it's My Crazy Dating Stories is the one that's listed. It's somewhere in the 20s. But I think I told the story, but I call it the slap. Yeah, you might have heard it before. But for the people that haven't heard it, right? Like I said, I was a quick mover, so I used to work at a nursing home. And women come in and out of the nursing home all the time. So my thing was, I was like, you know what? Like, once I got out of my relationship, because I was crazy enough, and this is a little word of advice. Yo, don't work in the same department as your significant other, because I was working in the same department with one of my exes, and it was hell, yo. It was hell. It was so much drama all the time, yo. And people warned me. They're like, "Yo, don't do it." But I like, man, I know how to keep everything separate. But it didn't stay separate. It just kept becoming an issue with different things, and so it was wild. But after I got out of that relationship, I just started talking to people and everything like that. Tell Nuri I said, "What's up? What's up, Nuri?" So what ended up happening was, it was this new girl, and this she was like I forgot, one of the nurses that just came in like once a month or whatever like that, just to help a particular client. I worked in the kitchen, so I used to go out, take out the food trays and all of that type of stuff, and sometimes I got a chance to go into this separate unit and serve the food to the people in what we call the assisted living. So basically those people that can pretty much take care of themselves. It's like a retirement home, so they can get up, walk around, do whatever they want to. Some of them got cars. So it's a lady, she used to come over there and take care of a person that lived in the assisted living. And she was I never seen her before. She said she came in one other time before, but this was her second time there. And I looked at her, I was like, oh, she all right. So to me, on a scale of like, I ain't even gonna do that. I was getting my Kevin Samuels bag. I'm not even gonna get into that. But yo, she was attractive to me, right? So I was just rapping with her or whatever, and then one of my homeboys, he came in and see me talking to her. I go back in the kitchen area to get more food and all that, and he was like, "Oh, you know what? You can't get her number. You can't get her number." I'm like, "What you mean? I already felt the vibes and everything. I knew she was feeling me. I could tell. Like when you in tune with people, you could feel the energy and be like, oh yeah, this person rocking with me." So I was like, "Yo, this is gonna be easy. Like, how much you want to put on it?" He was like, "Yo," I think he said like $5 or $10 or whatever. I was like, "That's easy money." So I go back in, start talking to her or whatever. She feeding her person, and then at the end, I go around, clean up. She lingering around or whatever. So I already know what she lingering around for. She just waiting for me to make the move. So what I do is I go clean up the plate. She take her her person upstairs. I like, if you want to, you could take the snacks upstairs, just bring everything else back in once you get them settled. Just as a filler, I'm seeing like, yo, how she feeling about me? Like, is she gonna go do what I told her to do? She like, all right, I got you. Went up there, brought everything back down. I was like, yo, man, you mad cool or whatever? Like, yo, let me get your number. We can catch up sometime. So she gave me her number, and I was like, something in my head was like, yo, Paul, you can make this happen tonight. You can make it happen tonight. So I'm like, all right, yo, hey, what you doing tonight? She like, oh, I'm not doing nothing. I'm like, look, I got my place right down the street. So when you get off, just come swing by or whatever. Mind you, learning lesson right here, right? Be careful giving out your information to people. Be careful giving out your address and all of that stuff, especially to random people. Mind you, like, my parents, you know what I'm saying, they had a tough struggle, and they worked hard to get me out of certain situations so I have a better opportunity. And one of the things they always told me, like, yo, be careful, like, how you move and all of that stuff. And usually with me, if I don't know you for a period of time, I'm not gonna invite you over to my place unless I got like some crazy connection with you or whatever like that. But 9 times out of 10, I don't move like that. Like, usually I'll go meet them out in public, or I'll go to their place. And then this is also what I do too. I'll go to their place. I'll be like, yeah, I'll be there at like 9 o'clock, right? I get there at like 8:30, and I'll camp out outside there just to see, make sure like ain't a setup or something like that. Cause I know people that got set up, that got robbed, you know what I'm saying, from women. And so usually I move smarter than that. But I was thinking with my mans, you know, instead of up here. So I gave her my information and all of that stuff, right? I go back in the room. I like, bro, give me my $5. Give me my $5, man. I got the number, and she coming by tonight. What's up? So he was like, oh, all right, man, I got you. My bad. I get the money from him. So I go home, and the life of a bachelor guy, especially younger 20s, most dudes' houses is trash. Yo, most houses is trash, man. Like, my place, I had to do a quick cleanup. Throw everything in the closet, like clothes on the bed and all that stuff. Throw everything in the closet real quick. You know what I'm saying? Scrub the toilet, make sure the toilet and everything look clean. You know, get the dishes out the sink. Luckily, I had about like an hour before she got off from when I got off. So, so she texted me. She said, "Yeah, I'm on the way or whatever." I was like, "All right, bet, I'm ready." So she come by. She still got her nursing clothes on and all of that stuff. So we sitting down, we chilling, we watching a movie. And one of my moves when I was younger, if there's any younger viewers out here, but I highly suggest now, man, with the stuff going on nowadays, to all my fellas out there, bro, you gotta let the women make the move now. Like, stuff is kind of crazy right now. You gotta be careful. You know, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, not all women, but I know some women that, I've heard of some women that would switch stuff up that wasn't even like that. So you put your arm on their shoulder or whatever, they looking at you crazy and feeling like they harassed and all of that. So my fellas out there, man, be careful. You know, make sure you got the vibes and everything figured out right, or you just straight up ask them. You know, like, everything I try to do, I try to make some type of learning or some type of growth in this. So in this story, I'm giving y'all little parts where I slipped up at that I could have did better, like not giving out your information right away, man. Don't be thirsty, because people are setting people up. That's for men and women. You know what I'm saying? People getting set up out here. You know, people are crazy. Now they know where you live at, pop up on you, all of that type of stuff. So you got to be careful with that. And then especially for my fellas, man, make sure you protecting yourself when it comes to, you know, filling out the energies and all of that type of stuff, because people will flip stuff on you quick, and you gotta be careful. And that continues down the road to my story, right? So as I'm over here testing out the vibes and the boundaries. So I'm touchy feely when I want to be. So, you know, I put my arm around her or whatever. She seemed cool. Make sure y'all see my hand, rubbing the shoulder and all of that, you know, slide down a little bit, and then, you know, start rubbing up on here. Everything was cool. She wasn't saying nothing. So I'm like, man, this is gonna be easy. You know what I'm saying? And it's wild. Like, now that I think about it, I like, yo, man, I was kind of, I ain't gonna say wilding. I was young, man, doing what some young men do. And the young men that's not out here acting like that, man, salute to y'all, man. The ones that got their head on straight about their business and all of that, man, salute to y'all, man. I wasn't like that. I wasn't all the way like that. I was definitely girl crazy a little bit back then. But oh, my man jamming over here, young. That's a nice car too. But so, you know, I'm rubbing on everything, I'm feeling, I'm like, oh yeah, we about to get ready to go somewhere. So, you know, I try to slide down in there, and I feel, and then she pulled her arm away and was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I was like, what you mean, what am I doing? Like, what you mean? she's like, oh, who told you to do that? I like, oh, my bad. Like, yo, I was feeling the energy, and I'm rubbing on everything. You ain't say nothing, so I was just testing everything out. If I'm wrong, like, yo, my bad. Man, as I get older, the story probably get like, I start remembering less and less. That's another bad sign of memory, getting old. But she was saying something along the lines of like, yeah, you definitely got your signals mixed up, and you doing this, and like, I didn't even tell you to. You not feeling, you like, who told you to do that? Like, you tripping and all of that. So she was going in on me for about like 2 or 3 minutes. So I was like, yo, my bad. Like, yo, I obviously got the vibes and everything mixed up, man. I apologize. I ain't mean to come on to you like that if you wasn't with it. I ain't trying to, make you feel uncomfortable or disrespect you or anything. I was just seeing where everything went. I'll back up. So then what I do is, because now, like, the energy for me is done. So, like, I scoot over. So now we got a little bit of space in between us, and we watching some movie. And so in my head, I'm like, yo, just to be respectful, I'm not going to kick her out now. I'm going to get through this movie. Then I'm like, oh, man, I'm tired. I got to get ready to go to bed. I was going to hit her with that. But so I got my space over watching the movie. I'm not even care about the movie. I'm just like, yo, I want this to be over. Like, I'm ready for her to get out. Cause she spazzed from my perspective. I'm like, yo, you spazzed on me like crazy. All you had to do was just say like, nah, I'm not with that or whatever like that. Like, she was spazzing on me. So, like, I was feeling a little type of way about that, but I understood at the same time. So I was like, all right, whatever. So then, like, 5 or 10 minutes go by. Here she go. Oh, so you're not gonna sit beside me now? Like, you just gonna keep this space in between us? I'm like, yo, you just kind of like came at me crazy. I'm trying to give you a space. Like, I'm trying to be respectful or whatever. Like, yo, I ain't trying to get nothing mixed up, yo. That's all I'm trying to do. She like, so that don't mean you gotta sit all the way away from me and da 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 da. I'm like, all right, bet. So I come sit beside her. I like, is it all right if I put my arm around you? She was like, yeah, that's cool. So I put my arm around her, right? And so I got my arm around her, and we sitting watching the movie, and still like 10 minutes go by, and she said something along the lines of like, oh, so now you can't touch up on me or nothing like that. It was something along that line, man. I think I told this story a little bit better on my podcast, so y'all make sure y'all go back and check it out. But yo, she was spazzing out again, basically because I wasn't giving her like the attention or whatever that she wanted after that. So now I'm like, yo, what the hell you want? Like, yo, what you want? Like, yo, you spazzing right now for no reason. You told me not to touch up on you. You felt uncomfortable. I give you space. You complain about, oh, I'm putting space in between. Now, like, you complaining about this. Like, yo, what's up with you? And like, she looked me dead in my eyes like this, y'all. Look me dead in my eye, right? Smack me in my face. Smack me in my face, yo. It wasn't like a super hard slap, like, bah, like that. She went like that. And so I do remember this part. After she smacked me in my face, I like paused for a second, and I like turned in slow motion. I'm like, what the hell wrong with you? I swear on everything. Yes. Moon, yes. It felt like it was slow motion, right? After she smacked me, it felt like I was moving in slow motion. Smacked my face. And it's like I turned like this. And I like, yo, I think I said, what the hell or what the fuck? Something like that. I like, yo, what the fuck you smacked me for? And on everything, man. I'm not lying, yo. If it's any kids or anything watching, pause the video now. But after she smacked me, she go undo my belt buckle, take my pants down, and give me for for better terms, fellatio, oral, head, whatever you want to call it. Like, and this is a matter of like, this is literally the matter of like from the smack, I would say, and then like I had like a dramatic turn. I know it felt dramatic to me because it's like, yo, it was like me processing in my head, yo, did she really just smack me? In my head. So I think that took about 2 or 3 seconds. Then my head turned, and then after I said, what the fuck wrong with you, or whatever like that, and then she might have said like shut up or something like that after that, but she said shut up, and then she like, I think she like pushed me back or something, and then started taking off my belt, and she did like with one hand. It was like amazing. Like she did like one hand, she was like blah blah blah, and it was that. It was crazy. And then she did what she did. She did what she did. So it was wild, yo. But I can't even front, yo. That was some of the best. Oh man. It was some of the best. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get to that in a second, Moon. I'm gonna get to that in a second, right? It was some of the, but I've been, even throughout the years, I've been trying to figure out, I'm like, was it good because of like the surprise factor? Or was it just good? I don't know. Yeah, it always be the toxic ones. Oh, maybe, man. But I don't. I was trying to figure it out. But I will say this too, though, right? So that happened. We finish up like that's all it was. Like she just gave me some head or whatever, and then I was done after that. so I was like, what the hell just happened? Like, I'm trying to figure out in my head. I'm like, yo, because everything happened so fast, man. Like the whole process, man. I would say from the smack to the finish, like 5 to 10 minutes, like something like that. And so then, like, I'm getting cleaned up or whatever, and she's like, all right, I'm ready to go now. And I'm like, well, I'll walk you to your car or whatever. So I walk her to her car and everything. She said something like, I had a really fun time with you tonight. Like, yo, we should definitely do this again. I'm like, yeah, we'll see. So then I shut the door, she drive off. So in my head, I'm thinking, man, I'm never calling her again, yo. I'm done. But then I sit back in the bed and I start thinking about it. I like, damn, it was pretty good. So I hit her back up the next night, and she came back over the next night, but ain't nothing happened. I was trying to make something happen, but she won't with it this time. She was like, yo, you think I'm gonna just do that for you every time? I like, nah, just leave the slap out of it. But it was wild, yo. Like every time I tell that story, like it's hard to me. Sometimes it still feel like a dream. Sometimes that like actually happened to me. Like that seemed like something out of a movie, but it really happened. It really happened. Yo, Moon. It was wild. I mean, she smacked me. Less than 20 seconds after that, she had my pants down, Moon. Like, that was definitely a crazy a crazy experience, man. And it seems to happen for maybe I wouldn't say it happened a lot, but it's, stuff happened though. You know what I'm saying? Stuff happened. But to me, to kind of get back to your toxic part, so, like, mind you, all of that happened the first night I met her. The second night, I started talking to her more. Come to find out, that she was clinically diagnosed bipolar. Clinically diagnosed bipolar, yo. She had to take medicine for it and everything. So that's why I say sometimes, it's nothing wrong with being bipolar. It's just you want to know who you're dealing with sometimes, and you don't know. Sometimes people not taking the stuff they supposed to and all of that. Yeah, it's starting to make sense a little bit now, Moon. But yeah, dang, it got dark fast out here. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just kind of wanted to share that story, cause that's one that that's like a fan favorite for everybody I tell. So that kind of get people cracking up a little bit. But look, it's starting to get dark out here. I was trying to do something cool and be outside. I'm too dark. All I see is shirt right now. But yo, I appreciate everybody that's gonna be watching this, that'll tune in. Moon, thank you for rocking with me. You always been a real one for me ever since I met you. And I appreciate you for coming and joining on with me. But this has been another episode of King of the Berries. I want to thank y'all once again, man. I love y'all. Y'all take care. Have a good night.